and welcome to another edition of Africa Teaching, a production of the Pepperbird magazine on Chesson Worldwide 360. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing Rhode Island State Representative Anastasia Williams. Anastasia, thank you for finding time for us, and I know you have a very busy schedule, and I know it took time to just weave us in, so we appreciate that.
My pleasure.
So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
You know, you are one of the longest state representatives from the Providence community, longest serving from the Providence community. So I have to ask you, what has that experience, what has that journey been like for you?
Well, for me, the journey between then and now has been what I would categorize it as a roller coaster ride. Mm-hmm. And especially in particular for the minority community, the community of color. Mm-hmm. Some days are good and some days, or most days, are not so good. Mm-hmm. So my experience that I have encountered as a woman and a person of color has been where there has been a lot of strides that have been accomplished. However, we have such a long way to go, and unless we as a community of color unite and work together, the wait or the length of time for progress is going to be even longer.
I understand that. Well, you know, I've often heard people refer to you as Anastasia Power Williams. What does that translate into? Where does that come from?
I think that realistically, it's just a title, another way of labeling someone, degrading someone, because realistically, the only power that I have is the power of Jesus Christ. And He, with His blood, has certainly saved me, and hopefully, you know, it expands into others. But without trying to be religious and or preaching, the fact of the matter is, we are a community that have our eyes wide shut. Why would anyone really think that I have power? Well, my name is Anastasia Williams. I am a strong, vocal, black, Latina woman. I speak my mind, and many of you all know that the powers that are do not like that, cannot appreciate that, are afraid of that. There's no reason to be fear the truth. The bottom line here is, I've often heard that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And if you don't speak up, if you do not present the truth, they're always going to assume what our needs are. But worse than that, they will continue to peg one against the other, but with our help. And it's an unfortunate situation.
You know, recently I heard that you went through great pains to work, well, not pains, because your constituency, your job is about advocacy, and you know, it's a selfless work. But I know that it must have been a little painful arguing for the Rhode Island Hair Act. I thought that was very interesting. And I'm just wondering what were the challenges in getting that through the House, and how the community can support it getting through the Senate.
First and foremost, natural hair braiding. You know, our ancestors, our forefathers, were forced into America into slavery. They came over here against their own will, was brought over here against their own will, was put to do hard labor, taking care of the household, the slave master's household, their fields, picking cottons. They were not afforded the luxuries or even the minimum of luxuries to survive. And one of the things, having natural hair, as many of us know about our own culture and our hair, the different textures and so forth, we understand from back then, sanitary was a priority. Survival was a priority, but people still had their pride with regards to sanitation, how they looked, what their dreams were being ripped away from their family. So they always strive for better, even with the little that was being afforded to them. One of the things while picking cotton or working out in the field was the sun was always beating down on these individuals. So they had to become creative on how to maintain themselves clean. Because soap was not being given to them, water, they had to rely on our rainwater so that they could be cleaned. So one of the things that they encountered, how can we keep our hair from becoming or remaining matted? Now, any one of us who do not have our hair with combed or in braids, know that if you just leave it, it gets matted, and then it becomes an issue trying to comb that stuff out. Let's be real. So that was one of the things that they were encountering. So they became creative and they started plaiting their hair. It was called, as I was growing up, plait. Let's plait. So they started not only learning to plait their hair, they started passing it on to many of the workers as a way of being sanitary and keeping themselves groomed and clean. That has been passed on for generation and generation and generation. Throughout this time, the style, the creativity, the need, the desire have grown. And we as a culture have seen a way. Some of us have the gift of being able to look at it and do it. I am one of those individuals that learned to braid as a child. Seeing my cousins, my aunt, my grandmother taking care of our hair. You just sat and watched till your turn. Many of us learned that way and have utilized that gift throughout our years. Now, government is saying, another way of pimping us, plain and simple, government is saying to us that we must go to cosmetology school in order to learn about hygiene, to learn about sanitation, as though we don't know about cleaning, sanitation, any of that. 1, 2, we must go and be trained to know what dandruff looks like. We must go and be trained to know what is the difference with dandruff and lice. We must be trained to know what a ringworm looks like. Well, those things are important for us to know. Not that we don't already know, because we're not carriers, first of all, of lice. We get it from other than our own, but we take care of it. But we use hair grease in our hair so they can't survive in our natural hair. However, it's not only learning these things, it's the manner for which they present it to us that we need to be trained. When in fact, in reality, they need for us to train them on our culture, to be part of it, to embrace our culture so that they can become educated to how it is that we deal with it. Unfortunately, they believe that their way is the only way and we must succumb to that way. It is not. One size does not fit all. This state is a diverse state, whether they like it or not. We should embrace each other's cultures and move on with that. Do not and should not come to try to continue to oppress a people that has been oppressed for far too long.
So now what's the next step? Once the House has approved your act.
The House heard my bill the Tuesday before the Senate, which was last Thursday. So if every bill is taken into consideration, heard, debated, and so forth, so it's on the table till it's time for a vote. I believe the same procedure will be in the Senate.
Okay, all right, so it's up for a vote now.
No, it's not up for a vote now. When the time comes, they will deliberate the powers that are.
And vet it.
And we already vetted it.
Okay.
We'll always be vetted, but that already has been before both committee.
Okay.
This is the first time in the 3 years it made it to the Senate.
Okay. Okay. Well, wishing you much success with that. Really.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you a question about, you've been working on numerous issues on behalf of the minority community, your district. And can you share with our viewers what you're currently working on and how perhaps the community can be more supportive?
Well, the one is that natural hair braiding. In the Senate, it's Senate Bill 2323. In the House is 7565. And how the public and the community of color can support it is by contacting the Senate President, Don Ruggiero, and the Speaker of the House, Nick Mattiello, and tell them how important it is for that bill to pass. That we, people of color, hair braiders, men and women, should not have to go into the expense of $15,000 to go to cosmetology school, get that expense, to get a license that has absolutely nothing to do with hair braiding. So tell them that they need to support those two bills to exempt hair braiders from that mandate of 1,500 or 1,200 hours of training that will not have anything to do with us doing hair braiding any better than what we have been doing it for centuries. The other one, 3 years ago, I started identifying that our court system is, there were 85 white judges, and we only had 4 that I presented of color. One was Mr. Clifton, Ed Clifton, and William Clifton, Walter Stone, and Ovias. One of the Clifton retired, William. Ed passed away just a couple of days ago. Walter Stone passed away a few months back, and Ovias was removed from the bench. Now, the 4 that I presented that we had in an extremely diverse state now is no more. 85 to our 4, now the 4 is no longer there. That leaves us being, as they claim, as minorities. Well, we are 0. The argument might come and say, well, you have Harris and you have Melissa Long. Great appointment with Melissa. She is definitely an individual that we should be very proud of. Mr. Harris, he was an individual that was a magistrate, moved over to judgeship. You know what? Here we go again. He was a magistrate. He already had a role. We could have put another person of color in that judgeship. There are currently 4 openings. 2 to the Wetlands Court, 1 to the District Court, and 1 to Superior Court. 4 openings. I wonder how many attorneys of color will apply and be selected. And I'm not saying that white candidates are not good candidates, but every single day in the courtroom, the majority of the individuals going before those judges look like me. In one form or another, they look like me. And the one that there before does not reflect, and some of those judges, bottom line here is, have those robes to keep us oppressed. There are those that look at justice and really wear that robe and represent it well. But there are those that really use it to keep us down. There's no question about it. Now, I said I'm a vocal person, and I'm a strong vocal person, and truth plays a big role that comes from my upbringing. Fear, absolutely, it runs across my mind, but truth supersedes all of that fear any day of the week. The bottom line here is, people, we need to wake up. We have our eyes wide shut, and things are passing by us. And until it personally affects you, you are out of the game. You are out of what's going on until it hits you personally. And then you're looking for that help. We should not wait till after the fact. Because when it's after the fact and I or others who are sincerely representing your best interest don't come forward to help you because we can't, then we become the bad person. But realistically, I and others are truly here doing what we were elected to do, is representing. See, when I eat, you don't get full. And I'm not the one who is going to take it and pretend. I am there on behalf of my constituents and my people here in the state of Rhode Island, in the city of Providence. I'm not perfect. I don't profess to be. But one thing I am 24/7 is honest. My integrity is 100. My courage is 100. And my loyalty is 100. So there's no question. You don't have to like me. At the end of the day, I will represent the truth. Period.
Now, how does the word get out that there are those 4 openings? Besides, sharing it with our audience today.
Well, it's an announcement that has already been made. It was made last week.
Okay.
It's in a newspaper. It's definitely an announcement that goes into the minority newspaper. I have to give credit where credit is due. The chairperson of the Judicial Nomination Committee, her name is Sarah Dowling. That has been one of the governor's best appointment yet, aside from the Commissioner of Education. Sally is 100%. She's genuine. Her effort has been staunch. She has gone out, looking, speaking, encouraging people of color to apply. There is no question about her integrity at all. So when you sit and speak with her, you are very comfortable because her sincerity is there.
Yes.
There's no questions. I'm getting chilled just talking about her because she's wonderful. So her effort has been far greater than the effort of our community in recruiting folks of color that are qualified to apply for justice. So it's out there already. So we hope that they're going to apply this time. But I need to also say, just because you look like me, don't mean that you should be on the bench either.
Okay. All right. Well, I do want to ask you if you have a message to our minority leaders.
Well, first of all, leaders, it's a very broad word.
Yes.
We have to define what is your purpose. Is your purpose self-serving, self-preservation, self-interest? A leader goes beyond its immediate circle. That is my interpretation. Go beyond its immediate circle and educate the masses so that all that you know you're sharing. And then with that, somebody, you're not going to capture everybody, but you're going to capture somebody that will also do the same as you're doing. I'm not going to be here forever. However, my mark as far as going out to the community and educating them as best I can, as best as they will allow me to, I am doing that. It's unfortunate that most of the hurdles and stumbles that I encounter are by individuals of our own. But it's unfortunate that hampers. Remember, our forefathers are watching us. Our current sisters and brothers are watching us. But equally as important as those that are watching us today, our youth are watching us. We have to make sure that the way that they come in is solid, because we are under scrutiny 24/7. Our youth start out behind. In as much as they may have a 4.0, they're still behind. So we need to encourage, we need to stick with each other in order to make it happen for them. I ask you, as a community, we need to start standing up with each other. It's not about who likes who, it's about the job that needs to be done. It's not about your moment. It's about the movement that our forefathers stood up for and presented for us to carry through. But some of us have taken that opportunity and turned it into their own personal moments. They are not lasting. They are destructive. So I ask you to please join one another. Put the differences aside, because at the end of the day, who's going to benefit? It's us, our community. A community divided will always be conquered. But we need to stick together once and for all. Because if we don't do it soon, we wish we coulda, shoulda, woulda. But it'd be too late for that. Time is ticking, and it's ticking fast. And tomorrow's not promised to any of us. But at least if we are honestly here for the right reasons, we can leave our legacies. We can leave a path for our youth that is right there watching, that they will stand up, and they will stand up for all the right reasons. It's not about one or two. It's about all of us. All of us, regardless.
And lastly, Representative Williams, what about our youth who are interested in becoming state representatives? What advice would you give them?
First and foremost, they need to become acclimated. They need to get involved. This building is our building. Some of your ancestors put in some bricks and marbles up in here. Michelle Obama made it clear, I am sleeping in a White House that was built by slaves. Okay? Don't think that they didn't have a nickel in this quarter in this building. Yes, they did. Okay? So this building is your building. You all can come. There's internship that occurs here. There's opportunities for you to come each and every day to sit here and listen. You all are very computer savvy. The information is online every day. It's easy to navigate, and we certainly need to be able to have you all take part in this.
Excellent. I want to thank you, Representative Williams, for giving us this time and offering these, what I call, pearls of wisdom. And it appears, clearly seems to me, that the key to our success as a community is coming together. And that has been a strict message you have been sending. And I honestly appreciate that kind of message. because we really need to come together and support each other and work together. And those of us at Africa Teaching support that philosophy too, and hopefully soon we'll be able to do something to spearhead that type of work ethic.
Thank you, I hope so, and I look forward to that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a treat.
Same.
We wish you much success.
Thank you. With your help, it'll be successful. We all will be.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Africa Teaching, and we hope that you will join us next time. Make it a great day, and try to make a difference in someone's life today, tomorrow, and forward.